Hello students, welcome to today's lecture of mathematics. I am going to discuss question number 9 and 10 of exercise 1.1 today. This one is question number 9. First of all, let us understand the statement. In statement, set A is given to you. Elements are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. From 0 to 12 elements are there. And what about the first question? There are two questions. First one is relation A comma B such that A minus B modulus is multiple of 4. This one is the condition. Now first part, to represent that this relation is equivalence is reflexive nature. Now what about the reflexive characteristic A comma A? The second value should be A itself. A comma A should be multiple of 4. If I am talking about the same numbers, A minus A modulus, and this value is equal to 0. 0 can be written as multiple of 4. Now what is the meaning of this? It means the relation is reflexive. Now what about the second condition? Second one is symmetric. If I am writing A minus B modulus is multiple of 4. Now what about B minus A? B minus A can be written as minus A minus B, and it can be written as A minus B. This one is multiple of 4. If I am talking about numbers, suppose I am writing 1 minus 5. This one is minus 4 modulus. It can be written as 4. This one is multiple of 4. But about 5 and 1, this one is 4. Again this one is multiple of 4. It means you can write in statement also, and you can convert these contents into numbers. Now what about the third characteristic? Third one is transitive. What about the transitive nature? If I am writing 1 minus 5, answer is equal to minus 4 is equal to 4, which is multiple of 4. What about 5 and 9? This one is again minus 4 is equal to 4, again a multiple of 4. Now what about 1 and 9? It can be written as minus 8. This one is 8. It's again a multiple of 4. It means number 1 is equivalence relation. Now first relation is equivalence. Now one more condition is there. We have to find the set of all elements related to 1 in each case. Now, because the numbers lie from 0 to 12, this one is the set. We have to consider the elements using this set. Now the pair is 1, 5 including 1, because 1 minus 5 is multiple of 4. Second one is 1, 9. This one is again multiple of 4. What about 5, 9? This one is again okay. 5, 9 is not there. You can't write 5, 9 because you have to include 1. You can write third category. You can write 1, 1 because 1 minus 1 is equal to 0, which is multiple of 4. These are the three pairs. 1, 5, this one is the final answer. 1, 9 and 1, 1. These are the three pairs including 1. Now what about the second part of this question? Second part is are A comma B such that A is equal to B. If I am writing A is equal to B, what about the first part, that is reflexive A comma A? You have to write A comma A. First part, because A is equal to B, it means R is reflexive. Now what about the second part? If I am writing about second part, that is symmetric, AB belongs to R. Now what about BA? BA also belongs to R because A is equal to B. It means R is symmetric. Now the third category, that is transitive. AB belongs to R, A is equal to B. BC belongs to R, B is equal to C. Now what about if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, then you can clearly write A is equal to C. It means AC belongs to R. Therefore, R is equivalence relation. Now what about the set containing 1? It's only one element. That's 1, nothing else, because you can't consider other elements 0, 1 up to so on 12. It's only the single element because you have to take 1 only. It's only a single element. This one is too much a simple question. You have to write the set in first criteria, first one. The set should be symmetric. It should not be reflexive. It should not be transitive. If you know about the conditions, then you can easily write the set. Now, suppose I am writing the set like this 1, 2, comma 2, 1. Suppose only two elements are there. Now, it is not reflexive. It is neither reflexive nor transitive. It is only symmetric, because second condition, that is A in relation to B and B in relation to A, it is only applicable. And what about the second condition? A in relation to A is not there and B in relation to B is not there. Also, the third condition, if I am talking about transitive nature, if A in relation to B is there and B is in relation to A is there, then A in relation to A should be present. This one is not there. It means the relation is only symmetric. This type of relation you can write many examples, 2 3 3 2, 1 4, then 4 1, like this. You can write as many statement as you would like to write. Now, what about the second content? Transitive second condition. Question number 10, part second. You have to write the set which is transitive but neither reflexive nor symmetric. The set should be transitive. Reflexive nature should not be there and symmetric nature should not be there. Now, what is the meaning of this? Suppose I am writing R A comma B, this one is pair, and the condition is A less than B. Suppose this one is the condition. Now, if I am talking about the first condition, that is reflexive, if I am writing 1 less than 1, this one is false. Now, what about symmetric nature? If I am writing 1 less than 2, this one is okay, but 2 less than 1, this one is not true. This one is false. It means a reflexive and symmetric nature is not there. Now, what about the transitive nature? If I am writing 1 less than 3 and 3 less than 7, clearly I can write 1 less than 7. This one is also exist inside relation. 1 3 belongs to R, 3 less than 7 belongs to R, and 1 less than 7 also belongs to R. Now, what about the third part? Third part is you have to write the set which is reflexive and symmetric. These two conditions should be there, but not transitive. Now, how to write this set? Suppose I am considering a set like 1 1, 2 2, 3 3. Suppose it comprises of elements from 1, 2 and 3. Suppose these are the elements and this one is the relation. You have to consider only these elements, that is 1 2 3. After that, suppose I am writing 1 2, then 2 1, then 1 3 and 3 1. These elements are there. Okay. Suppose I am talking about reflexive nature, 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3. This one is there. Now, what about the symmetric relation? 1 2 and 2 1 is there. 1 3 and 3 1 is there. Now what about transitive relation? If I am writing 1 2 and 2 1, 1 1 is also there. If I am writing 3 1 and 1 2, this one is present, 1 2 and 3 1, 3 1 and 1 2. What about the transitive relation? 3 2 should be present inside the set, but 3 2 doesn't belong to R. Now what is the meaning of this? It means this relation is not transitive. Now here one question is there. Suppose 3 elements are there, 1, 2 and 3, and I am designing the relation like this: 1 1, 2 2, then 1 2, like this. Suppose I am designing the statement like this. Now this relation is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Suppose I am adding 3 3 in this relation, then it will become reflexive. Now what about this set? This set is known as reflexive closure. By adding this pair, I can convert this relation into reflexive. Similarly, if I am adding 2 1, it will become symmetric. It means this pair is known as symmetric closure. This one is also one additional point. This one is the plus point related to this exercise, that what is the meaning of reflexive closure, what is the meaning of symmetric closure, similarly what is the meaning of transitive closure. You can write these contents also, it may be the question inside examination. Now what about part number 4? Now fourth part is, you have to write the set or relation which should be reflexive and transitive, but symmetric nature should not be there. This condition should not be there. Okay. Suppose I am designing the relation like A comma B such that A square greater than B square greater than equal to. Suppose it's like this. Now what about the first condition, that is reflexive? If I am writing A square greater than equal to A square, this one is true. Now what about transitive relation? If I am writing A square greater than B square and B square greater than C square, clearly I can write A square greater than C square. This one is again true. Now what about the third condition, symmetric condition? If I am writing A square greater than equal to B square, I can't write B square greater than equal to A square. This one is not true. It means the relation is, this relation is reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. What about the next part, part number 5? I have to write the relation which is symmetric and transitive, but not reflexive. Symmetric and transitive, these two conditions. Okay. Suppose I am generating a pair like this, R is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1, then 1, 1. From the elements belongs to only 1, 2. Suppose this one is the set. Now, what about symmetric relation? 1, 2 and 2, 1 is there. It means this one is symmetric. 1, 2, 2, 1 and 1, 1 is there. It means it's transitive. But it's not reflexive. Why not reflexive? Because 2, 2 doesn't belong to R. It means this one is not reflexive. Hope you understand the contents. In the next video, I will discuss from question number 11 onward.